Welcome, everyone, to the Everything Show, episode 709. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Chris. What's up, Chris?
Scott, what's going on, guys?
What's up, Steampunk Star Raisin?
Hello, AmberStreet.com, here in Hollywood.
What's up, Louie?
Hey.
What's up, Scott?
Not only are bow ties cool, but...
All right, Chris, what do you got?
Well, it looks like Noomi Rapace is back in Alien Covenant, which obviously is good news because we get to see what her story is after Prometheus. I guess that this was a late signing, so I'm just happy that she's back in the film because I was wondering what they were going to say happened to her after Prometheus.
Yeah, first of all, she was the hero of Prometheus. She had a baby, ripped it out of her, and then's running down the hallway.
Yeah, shortly after
do that.
Cut and remove. That's a strong gal.
You'll get 3 sequels, according to me. That's a stop. If you could do that.
I gotta watch that again.
Pink Taco Explosion.
I kind of was very pissed off that, Ridley Scott was not going to put her in there at all. Like, you make us believe that she's going to be with, Michael Fassbender's head, and somehow he's going to get his body back or whatever. But they're part of this franchise. And then he's trying to make, he was saying something about making a different lead, maybe a male lead, whatever. And immediately a lot of people were pissed off about it.
You can't automatically have the gal be a lead and then jump over and go, oh, this guy's the lead now.
I don't think it would have been that bad.
Well,
yeah, but he lied. First he said she was going to be in all these movies, and then she's like, no. He's like, I'm done with, she's not going to be in it. And now she's back in it. But we don't even know if she's going to have a 5-minute part or what, right, Chris?
Well, that's what they're saying. A lot of people think she might be coming back for a flashback.
Ugh.
I have, to be honest, I have no interest because I didn't really like Prometheus. I mean, the special effects were good. I just didn't like the story. Just wasn't feeling it.
I liked it, but it was confusing as hell.
Well,
I
yeah,
don't even know what the hell was happening.
They created a bunch of plot holes where there needed to not be done.
Right. What do you think, Louie, of Prometheus?
I like Prometheus. I thought it was a nice prequel.
Daniel.
I'm looking forward to the sequel.
Well, it really, I was really hoping, because I heard for a while that they were going to make Prometheus like its own thing, separate from Alien, but if they're going to bond it with Alien and make it part of the Alien mythology, it makes no sense.
The first Prometheus was part of the Alien mythology.
Just keep morphing? Why would they reproduce as one fixed thing? Because in Prometheus, it kept morphing into a different creature and merging with other DNA and becoming something totally different every time it reproduced or transformed.
Yeah, Louie, what Steampunk is talking about is that Ridley Scott announced that it was definitely not going to have, after the first one, any aliens, and it was going to have different type of aliens. It was going to go off in a different direction. He says, don't ever expect it to have aliens in it. And then when the guy, Neil Blomkamp, was going to do Alien 5, he did a double take, and he says, no, I'm putting aliens in my movie. And he changed the whole dynamic of the Prometheus movies. In fact, even retitled it Alien Covenant. So that's what Steampunk is talking about.
Yeah, that bothers me because that creates all kinds of plot holes and screws up the aliens, in my opinion.
Sorry, I don't think we can say anything like plot hole wise yet, because you never know. In this new film they might have a really good explanation why, and it might be explained in a way that makes sense.
It'll feel contrived though. That's the problem. They might explain it, but if the way it's been set up in Prometheus and the way it's been set up in Aliens, it'll just feel like it's forced.
Who knows? This could turn out to be the aliens of Prometheus, like that.
Yeah, exactly. It could actually be really good. It could actually boost the film, and I think having the aliens in this film, the way that they are in the new one, I think it will bring new fans in who are fans of Alien and haven't seen Prometheus or anything. So
yeah, I think that's the reason they're doing that. It's just because by itself it would probably flop. So they got to make something familiar. But that's another thing why probably they're bringing Naomi Rapace back, because not to have her at all would just be terrible. But we also heard this rumor, Chris. Tell me if this is fan fiction or not. They said that Ripley's mother is going to be in this.
Well, that wouldn't make much sense, would it?
Yeah. Like, her mom doesn't encounter the aliens first. That's a little ridiculous.
Well, normally I would agree with you, but I have to say that since her daughter has now encountered them, anything's possible.
Right.
Because Alien Isolation is apparently canon. So her daughter was the main character of that game. So I guess if they're willing to have her daughter encounter them, I guess they could say her mother encountered them. You know, it was implied, I know that this isn't canon, but it was implied that in AVPR, the little girl was, like, her ancestor, or something like that.
Oh, really?
Which I thought was kind of, you know, like, okay.
Oh,
but since that's not canon, it doesn't really count, so.
Right. Yeah. And we're still getting Alien 5.
Well, we're supposed to.
Mm.
They're not doing anything with it right now, but they're trying to.
Right, Sigourney Weaver's last Alien movie, which I would be all for. Anything, Daniel, on, you ever seen any of the Alien movies or Prometheus?
Yeah, I've seen Alien Prometheus.
What do you think of those movies?
Yeah, they're okay. They're good.
Yeah. Any favorites?
Uh,
Do you like
No.
aliens with the military and
Sorry.
Charles Dance in Alien 3? I mean,
yeah.
no? You don't have any favorites with the Alien movies?
I like Alien 3.
Alien 3?
Yep.
Okay. Charles Dance, okay.
A lot of fans don't like Alien 3, but I actually thought Alien 3 wasn't bad. I liked the first two Alien movies. I hate when he went to Aliens versus Predator. It just felt so contrived.
1 and 2 I love, and 3 I hated it. Hated it with a passion. And 4 I tolerated it because
Or
I got the fact that
like,
Ricky was dead. What's that, Scott?
Said the monster from the fourth one looked like Pumpkinhead.
Yeah, I hated that too. I didn't like the first Alien vs. Predator.
It had Winona Ryder in it, and that's who I do like her as an actress.
Yeah, she was like a future Bishop robot.
Yeah.
I mean, Alien vs. Predator, a lot of the fans didn't like it because there was no blood, it wasn't rated R, it was PG-13. They
Yeah.
speeded up the whole alien incubation process, and it was kind of ridiculous. I liked 2 better because it was, you know, but it still wasn't, you know.
I saw it too. I know I saw the first one, but I can't remember if I saw the second.
Yeah. So, all right, what's the next article, Chris?
You're gonna have to forgive me on this one because there was a whole bunch of articles. I didn't know we were gonna be reporting this
Do whatever
tonight.
you want, yeah.
But Spider-Man: Homecoming had like 7 or 8 new cast members added today.
Damn.
The biggest one, apparently, the one I'm seeing the most reaction to, was Hannibal Buress, I believe his name is.
Okay.
Apparently, he's a comedian who is, I guess he's got a following, has joined the cast as well. I don't know what he or who he's playing, but I mean he's there now filming. Apparently they're filming. They saw pictures today. Pictures were released of them filming. Tom Holland was on set and whatnot. So they're gonna have a lot of characters in this movie apparently.
Is there any way you could tell me if it's being filmed in the city? Because if
It's being filmed in Georgia, somewhere in Georgia.
Oh.
So. Basically, and another thing too, it's been confirmed that there is a secondary villain in this movie. Excuse me.
So a Shocker?
Oh, God.
I heard it's the Shocker. I heard it's the Vulture is the main villain, and then the Shocker is the secondary one.
And the Tinkerer is just...
Maybe Birdman really could fly, and he is.
I'm not happy about that.
Oh, sorry about that, Louie. But if they
Oh,
do
sorry.
similar to how Man of Steel did, more as like a flashback, it would work. But because we've seen just like Batman. We've
Right.
seen Spider-Man's origin umpteen dozen times when they reboot it. So do it as a flashback, and like I don't want to say he's already got his powers, but he's finding out about them.
Right.
But just do that more as a flashback type of thing, because like I said, using up like the third of the movie of him going someplace, being bitten, and then blah blah blah.
Well, they're not doing an origin story in this.
Okay, good.
They're past that already. This I believe this takes place after Civil War.
Just going.
No,
Right?
it does because it has Tony Stark, Iron Man in it.
Right.
Robert Downey Jr. is going to be in it, so it's going to have Iron Man as a supporting character, which will
Right.
be interesting for a Spider-Man movie.
I
No,
think
it's
that's a
been-
good idea because, like you just said, Scott. I mean, how many times do we have to see? Like by this point, I think everybody knows.
Mhm.
You know how he got his powers, why he does what he does. I think it's better that they're just, you know what, go, just go. You know, with the story.
And I think Steampunk's hat is actually a dormant face hugger that's just dead on top of his head. No, I'm just,
a rotten alien on your head.
Could be a
No.
flower
What I
pot.
was gonna say before was I'm not happy if they have two villains. I think I'm kind of getting sick of all these superhero films that have like so many villains. They should just stick to one,
yeah.
especially if it's his first Spider-Man like solo film.
I'm kind of worried about the budget if they're hiring
But is-
like
but is
17,000
Birdman
kids, and each of them are going to have a part. And I'm kind of worried if this is going to turn into Degrassi Senior High or whatever, not be a superhero thing, but be like a 3-hour. I mean,
Teen movie.
how many kids? I mean, literally, it's like you're doing Grease or something. I mean, how many kids are in this?
But
They're not cameos either. They each have a part, I guess, right? Chris?
Well, think about it though. He's in high school. That's
Right,
the point of it.
But they never made a big deal about that before. Like, you know, that they, oh my God, we got so many actors.
well,
you know, it's
they're
just
trying to
regular.
go. They're trying to go with the Amazing Spider-Man issue 1 from the '60s. The Amazing Spider-Man issue 1 from the '60s. If you ever read it, I've read it. He was in high school as Spider-Man when he first started out
I
as Spider-Man.
think they're doing the ultimate. I don't think they're doing that where probably half the students are going to become villains, which I hope not.
Yeah, I heard they're doing the ultimate, not the original.
But is Birdman a villain, or is he? Or is he hallucinating?
Well, Chris, I mean, are any of these kids supposed to be anybody big? Other
Well,
than
I-
Flash Thompson?
I have no idea, but I mean, to tell you the truth, I'm not upset with them casting this many because what I'd be worried about is if they started casting like, you know, anyone like who's in their 30s and saying, yeah, they're going to play high school students. Like then I'd be like, what are you, crazy?
Right, I know, but okay.
I think
so
this is going to be a bit. I think this is going to be interesting because all of the heroes in the Avengers right now are obviously all adults, basically, except for Wanda, who's kind of young. I understand that, but she's not as young as Peter. And I think it's going to be interesting. And this has always been something Spider-Man has had, at least in the early years, was that he's a kid. So we're going to see how a kid is like how they portray superheroes and how they are actually looking up to the Avengers, whereas the other Avengers just did what they did because they felt it was right. Spider-Man's doing it because, yes, his uncle told him to do it, he believes it's right, but he's also got these other people like Iron Man and Captain America and all these others that he can look up to.
Role models.
So it would be interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing it, and I think that what they're trying to do is connect it with the high school or the teen audience. I think that's who they're trying to get at while putting these other characters in there like the Vulture, played by Michael Keaton, which is ingenious because you get the people who like him, who as Batman or Birdman, whatever, and you get them in there, and then you have the teen audience with Spider-Man and these other characters. So I think that they're doing something really creative here with who they're casting and who they're probably marketing this movie towards.
And on another note, look what they did with Harry Potter and How to Train Your Dragon. As the actors got older, the characters were portrayed as older. So each Spider-Man, knock on wood, sequel, they can make him older and follow him on up to
Yeah. But now, Chris, the animated movie that follows the year after, that's not even with Peter Parker, right?
No, that is from what I heard today, it's confirmed to be about Miles Morales.
Oh, wow. All right.
Which I think is probably the best way to go.
Yeah.
You think so? Okay.
I'd love to see a full-on house.
There's no need for it. This is
Do you
stupid.
guys think it might be a little bit silly to have Michael Keaton playing the Vulture, considering he played a character called Birdman?
They don't care.
No.
No,
Okay.
they don't care. It's
He
like,
played Batman, so it's,
listen,
Well, sure, but I mean,
we'll take him.
Birdman's a very similar character to Vulture.
Listen, we'll take Vulture with him. We'll take him. I mean, I wouldn't turn it down. He's been in everything. Michael Keaton's amazing.
he was Batman, so
Yeah,
him
that's
being
it.
Birdman doesn't really affect it.
Michael Keaton's acting talent is why they hired him.
There was a movie where he was a villain, and he was a nasty effing and this cop went against him, and oh my god, he was in so many good movies. There was even one where he was a crooked cop. Remember that he took the money and he tried to have a family with the money, and he's been in so many cool roles. And when he was on drugs, clean and sober, and he was a lot of Beetlejuice, everything. There was a whole bunch of movies saying that you guys got to check it out. They needed one movie. They needed his kidney, or they needed something for his son, the cop's son, and he was nasty and he was like evil, and he could play very different roles.
And that's one good thing about Keaton. Whatever the role calls for, you can just like go right in.
He was the villain in RoboCop.
Yep.
And Commissioner Gordon was in that too. The creator of RoboCop.
I hated the new RoboCop. The new RoboCop sucked.
Well, it's getting a sequel, buddy, so get used to it.
Yeah, I'm not going to see that. That was a travesty, that movie.
Yeah, no. So, all right, we had enough of the superhero thing. What else do we have, Chris?
Well, this one, I know not many people might be interested in this, but this is something that I'm very interested in. We got some news about Kong Skull Island today, and it was the news I've been waiting to hear, other than seeing what Kong looks like or something like his roar or something.
Right.
Someone asked the director, what's Kong's, like, how big is he going to be in the movie? Because that's a big question on a lot of fans' minds since they're going forward with Godzilla vs. Kong. And the director said that he's going to be 100 feet tall.
100 feet tall?
100 feet tall. Which, immediately, I thought Godzilla vs. Kong is going to be a 2-minute movie.
How big is Godzilla?
355.
So how could they fight?
Well, yeah. Well, they're going to find some way, obviously.
Well, he could like climb on buildings or just jump on him.
Well, it's like this is King Kong and this is Godzilla.
Well, I researched some stuff because I was saying I think Kong should be as big as the male Muto from the first Godzilla film in 2014 that they did. The male Muto is 200 feet tall.
See,
which I said, okay, I can understand that. But the fact that Kong is going to be so much smaller, I'm really starting to hope that they don't do some crazy thing where they're like, we irradiated Kong and now he's 300 feet tall.
They're probably going to do that, though.
Which, if they do that, they might as well close up shop early, because...
at the rate they're going, look at Toho with the Godzilla Resurgence.
Yeah, I saw that picture again today with that dime-sized eye. I still think that picture looks dumb.
Yeah. All right, so 100... I mean, is Kong sequel? Could it have sequels? I mean, is it...
There could be a group of them.
They're not planning on doing any more Kongs before Godzilla vs. Kong. So...
Oh, okay.
I don't know where... Because apparently Godzilla vs. Kong is going to have a lot of, from what I'm hearing, references to either Monarch and Godzilla or just Monarch. So
now, Tom Hiddleston is just... His role was the major role, right, for Kong?
He's the main character, yeah.
So he probably ain't going to die. I mean, they'll probably have him in sequels, possibly, right?
Yeah, and of course John Goodman is in it as well. I personally believe John Goodman is playing a Monarch agent.
Isn't Samuel L. Jackson in it?
Yes, he's in it too.
He's in everything.
Yeah.
God.
He was really excited. Like the stuff that I'm hearing from the set is like everybody, all the actors and stuff are really, really, really excited about it. Like they're. It's not just like, oh, we have to go promote our movie. They're all like they seem genuinely excited about being in it.
Right. What, Scott?
I said this is what they would used to call as an all-star cast.
Hmm.
TV or something. All-star cast.
Yeah.
What if?
Let's go. Yeah, good.
Oh no, sorry. Go on.
No, good. Lou.
I was gonna say, I know Kong's supposed to be the last of his species, but because he's so small, what if they had like a group of King Kong
That'd be pretty cool.
versus
That would be,
like
actually.
one massive Godzilla?
Donkey Kong
Isn't
Jr.
it supposed to be the biggest one is Kong? Is that what? Isn't that?
He's not. He's not the biggest one, actually. No.
Oh wow. So then.
I think the Kong from King Kong versus Godzilla was the biggest one, actually, because they had to size him up to fight Godzilla, because originally they weren't planning on having Godzilla and Kong fight. It was originally supposed to be the kaiju version of Frankenstein.
Right.
But then they were like, nah.
Now, who was the actress that just got cast for Transformers?
I have no idea.
Did you see that?
No.
She's
I
in.
see they've revealed the plot.
Yeah, what was she in? They had it today. I will get to that tomorrow, probably. What about the Ghostbusters thing? What's going on with that?
Yeah, there's gonna be an animated TV show.
Oh, it's a TV show?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was IGN revealed that a couple of hours ago.
Yeah, 2050, the year 2050, which is stupid, but okay.
Oh, so it's like Ghostbusters Beyond?
Yeah, Ghostbusters Beyond, yeah.
That's
That's
stupid.
really dumb. I mean, I would keep it in the same time period.
Let me guess, is the cast all female?
I don't think so.
Mm.
I wonder if it's going to be like the original Saturday morning cartoon. We had two guys and a gorilla.
Yeah.
They could have William Shatner as a Ghostbuster.
Oh my God, Eli Roth is going to helm the Death Wish remake?
What?
Holy crap.
Whoa.
Eli Roth of Green Inferno and all these horror movies, Hostel 1, Hostel 2.
Isn't he making that giant shark movie?
Yeah, Meg, right?
Yeah.
Meg, right? Yeah, that, I mean, you might as well just do it. I mean, Steven Spielberg said he would never do a Jaws remake, but he would do a sequel. Might as well just bring Jaws back, because everybody's capitalizing on that shark thing.
Has
That's
anyone?
nuts.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, has anyone seen Finding Dory?
Not yet.
Because I actually did see it.
How is it?
I'm not gonna give any spoilers away, but it's a good film. But I hate to say it, but there's no need for the film, and I don't think everyone loves Dory, but she does not hold up well as the main character. She's more of like a side character, and her having her own film, as much as I thought it'd be great, and it is great, it's a bit corny at times and a bit cheesy with her as the main character. But
I wanted to see Me Before You this week, and possibly another movie, but we'll see. It's going to be a busy weekend.
I got a busy one, too. I got a wedding with my sister, and then
I got the graduation party for Joe, so Saturday.
I would dad for a time.
Yeah. All right. Is there anything else, guys? I think that's it for now, right?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Oh, the guy who played Chekhov from Star Trek. That's the way to do
Yeah, we talked about that. Chekhov died. Yeah, for the new Chekhov. Anton Yeltsin died, right?
Yeah, what was so interesting is I was reading the thing. His parents were going to be in the Olympics, but because at the time Russia was against it, they didn't get to partake. Like now they're like trainers and coaches.
Yeah, that sucks. He could have had a great career too. It's crazy. All right, guys. On that note, have a great night. Take care. Bye for now.